Hey folks, Rob back with another C64 game for Shmuptember. This time around it's Hyper Circuit, originally developed by Chris Butler and published by Alligata in 1985. I wanted to look at this one as, it's one I got in a lot a few months ago, and it's kind of a little different compared to most shooters on the C64, especially at this time frame. So the basic idea is that you're patrolling the circuits of a computer system, and you need to basically defend it from being attacked by these various enemies. So before we dive in and play, I'll just run through. So the destructors are the main ones. They wander tracks and they'll reach sort of parts of the chips and take energy, and then they become charges. To complete each level, you need to take 20 of those out. Pulses are tricky ones. They wander the tracks and they'll leave sort of blocks that you run into, cause a surge, and you'll die. Fighters completely fly above the circuitry, so you can only destroy them as they cross junctions. Spikes occasionally wander through and act as a bit of a search. So one thing I like is, there's actually instructions built in. I had a quick play before, so I'll dive in and play. So you get to start, and so there you are. I'm on one of these tracks. There's a couple of the main ships out there, and one's already become a. Ooh, and that was a power spike. That's what they're tricky, because you have to get off the junction as soon as you can. So you can see that there's already been a block laid, that they're temporary. They'll disappear in a few ticks once you do get them. So really the idea is to go through, clear the circuitry out before, clear out the 20 ships before they steal all the energy. When you complete the stage, the energy gets converted over. Controls are straightforward. You basically push the joystick in a direction to wander down that track. Oops. And then you hold fire to shoot, and you have a hypercharge, which is access with space. Now, I really don't use the hypercharge, so as for how it behaves, well, ooh, pardon me. One thing that's really helpful is that your shots do actually travel down the path properly. So you're not limited to sort of firing straight ahead. Your shots don't end at a junction. They will reroute. That's terrible. I'm gonna have to have another play. So this really gets frantic, because you're sort of wandering the circuits, trying to find out who is around enemy-wise, to get your quota for the level. And you need to worry about avoiding some of the heavier ships like those fighters, where they prevent you from actually freely wandering the tracks, the traces. And then of course you have to factor in that there are enemies that that's game over. But you could worry about wandering the enemies that wander around. Presentation's pretty sparse for a game of this era, for 85, but you get nice enough showing the enemies. You've got your instructions built in, although it's a little sensitive. So patrol the circuits, destroy the destructors before they turn into charges, and you destroy all 20 of those. Pulses, the main spikes, the fighters, and you've got your hypercharge. So I'll go for another play, see if I can actually complete the first stage, which I did before. So the controls are great. I feel I'm not fighting them to move down the rails. It feels, as good as, say, I guess, Pac-Man, when you think about it, the level design there. Admittedly, the level design can be good. I admit, I wish I could see more on screen. Downside of sort of larger sprites, which are nice and colourful and smooth. I've never seen flicker or slowdown here. But you really need more space for this game. I wish, if the sprites are small, the scrolling was a little slower. Even to start with, just to ramp the difficulty up. So here I am going absolutely rubbish at it. Or something that presents, perhaps that's some indicators. One of the problems is you don't know where you should be heading to find ships, to find destructors, or sometimes. Come on. Well, I got the main spike, thank goodness. And then sometimes that happens. But yeah, I mean, I think it's a frantic twist on a sort of common genre, and I really like that experimentation would happen in this style of game, because most people seem to think shooters have sort of fairly limited style, but as I wanted to show amongst this and other plays, something that's a little different, going like multi-directional scrolling and having, following the trails, I think it does something unique. It's definitely worth a check out and play. I mean, I don't know in terms of like the difficulty in fighting it. I mean, I only found this in a lot, bit of a chance play, and had a good play of it, and think it's kind of cool. So as usual, that's another one done. Thanks again for watching. As usual, if you did enjoy, please leave a thumbs up or maybe some comments. You want to see more, I'll continue doing my series of stuff every week. You can always subscribe to check that out, and see some other links for some other games that might look interesting. Thanks again, and I'll catch you on the next one.